Hello, Seahawks. This session is going to be about grades and why they're important to you. Well, first of all, grades help you evaluate how you're progressing in your learning. They also help you recognize how you can improve your work. It is really important as you think about your grades that you ask your teacher for help when you're not understanding something. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you. And they're not just there to help you during synchronous learning. They're available in the mornings and after school with tutoring. They can help you while you're at school, or they can help you virtually while you're at home. You definitely need to take ownership of your own grades, however. Be sure to check them weekly. And the way to do that starts with Launchpad. Go to your Launchpad and find your Skyward app. If you will right-click on your Skyward app and select Add to Favorites, this neat little star will show up on the upper left-hand corner, and you will never miss seeing Skyward in your Launchpad. For your username, you will use the first part of your email address. Do not include the @ symbol or anything that follows it. Your password is simply your student ID. This is the next screen that will appear, and the tile that you will click is the grading tile. It has the arrow pointing to it. T1 refers to the first 9-week grading period. T2 is the second 9-week grading period. S1 is the semester average for the fall semester. It takes T1 and T2, adds those numbers together, and divides them to come up with the average. T3 is the third 9-week grading period. And you guessed it, T4 is the fourth and final 9-week grading period. S2 is your spring semester average, and it is the average of your T3 and T4 grades. Fin is the last grade you will see listed, and that is the average of your fall semester and spring semester grades. So what are the grades? Anything between 100 and 70 is a passing grade. Anything 69 or below is considered failing. So let's look at these grades here for the sample student. All of the classes up here are above 70, so that means that this student is passing. This grade in the red circle, however, is below a 70, so it is considered failing. The important thing to know here is that you should not panic. You need to understand that you can fix a failing grade. You can raise your grades to passing. The neat thing about Skyward is that you can get the detail behind a failing grade in a class pretty easily. You just click on the class name. In this example, we've got all the daily work and the tests for this sample student in the class that he or she is failing. And you can see here in the red that there are 3 zeros. 3 zeros, any zero, will really hurt your average in a class. So the first step is to talk to your teacher. Let them know that you plan to come to tutoring, and then come to tutoring. Their tutoring times should be listed in their Google Classroom, and you should be able to come in person or do it virtually with them. You'll need to talk to them about what you don't understand, and then actually do the work and make sure that you're doing the work the way you need to be. For zeros and late work, be sure to talk to your teacher about whether you can still turn the work in. Let your teacher know if there were any special situations that caused you to turn the work in late. Before you go to tutoring, check out their online lesson related to the assignment. Go to tutoring and then turn in the assignment. Even though points may be deducted from late work, the deduction is going to be far better for your class average than a 0. So check your grades weekly. That way you know if you need help or not. Be sure that you have no grades that are lower than a 70. Failing grades can cause you to be retained next year. Nobody wants that. So check your grades, stay on top of your learning, and have a great year, Seahawks.